Hello everyone, I'm Mike Levin from MikeLevinSEO.com, and today has been quite an adventure getting familiar with all the various pieces of the new programming platform I'm on. So it's not only PyGreen, but it's these Mako templates, and as I just learned, it's the Flask web framework as well. So the last capability that needed to fall into place for that success-assured feeling for the bookmarklet app I'm writing is simply the ability to grab values off of a query string, sort of built into almost every language these days, and looking for it as an environment variable of some sort in PyGreen was just dead end after dead end until I finally thought to figure out how they do it in Flask, which is what PyGreen is lightly sitting on top of. So I went Googling and I found that you can just import Flask and components from the Flask library. And so this is pretty much it. And what I'm going to show you right now is just grabbing a query string variable. It'll be a much more quick tutorial than the previous ones before I run out of steam, and I clearly won't get to writing the bookmarklet app tonight, but success assured. So I am going to vim index.html, and I'm going to jump to the bottom, Shift-G, O to start inserting. And now, as a reminder, these pointy brackets give you the ability to just arbitrarily write Python code in there. And I'm going to tab and kind of do the hello world of this. There's something called context.write. Hello world. Save. Go over here, do a refresh. There's hello world. Now that's the same thing as going outside the pointy brackets and doing this other notation for dynamic replacement. Let's see. Let's put foo equals hello world 2 right there, and then output here foo, and we'll put a not a hard return, but a BR right here so that there's some space between them, right? Okay. Hello world 2. So you start to get a feel for the two different ways. There's probably many more than two different ways. I just keep getting impressed by Mako, but the simple value replacement and the larger Python code way of doing things. Well, you can do imports here just like you can do imports anywhere else. So that web page I was looking at told me from Flask, because that was installed prior, import request. Make sure that doesn't crash everything. It doesn't. And I'm going to double check here. Okay. And it's request.args we're interested in. So I am first going to simply content.write the value of request.arg spam to demonstrate missing, oops, well, first it's a missing parenthesis. I'm really going to keep this one unedited for you guys. This is going to crap out. because I don't have a parameter, spam equals something, eggs. No attribute right. Context.write. No attribute arg. Boy, I really might keep this one in bad shape for you. It'll probably be my most popular one. Immutable multi-dict object not callable. Double check the bit of code I picked up. Request.args.get. Right? Okay. Yes, it is becoming the end of the day. There we go. I didn't put a BR after it, but spam equals eggs. Without the parameter, it would generate an error. With the parameter, it's fine. That's because in Python, when you try to use a key that isn't there, it generates an error. So we can put a little if logic in there and demonstrate to people who aren't familiar with so much with Python some of the elegance of block indenting without curly brackets. I put if spam in args colon, and then I just indent this line. Now I'm checking for the presence of the key before using the key. And you'll notice the conspicuous lack of curly brackets and all that other syntactic sugar that makes other languages so hard to look at. So now I do a refresh. It works, of course, because, well, it doesn't work. Okay. Something is not iterable. Type undefined is not iterable. If spam in args. Ah. Request.args. There you go. And it's going to work because it has the parameter, but even if we take the parameter out, it will continue to work. So with the method that I plan on using to pass data from the tab you're looking at to a new tab that opens when a bookmarklet is clicked, I need to be able to use data off of the query string. And I have never done that before with PyGreen or any of this other, non-Apache mod Python way of using Python as a web server. So I had to have this success to take my next step. And I can't wait to show it to you and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe.